Hey guys, it's been a minute, but I wanted to show you guys where we are so far with the 86's paint process. We're about 2 weeks or so away from paint, and it's gonna be fully finished. I'm super excited to show you guys the final product, but this is how it's looking so far.
Oh, look at that smile. Before we check out the car, let's do a quick recap of last episode. We were tasked by 1-to-1 Performance to strip the entire interior of the car that we painstakingly installed many episodes ago. This was a necessary step because the roll cage itself is getting painted as well as the door sills on the car. Now regarding the exterior paint, the previous owner did this crappy paint job. You can actually see my fingerprints over the years that have stayed on the paint, and those don't come out because there is no clear coat. It's just a low quality paint job with overspray all over the place, and once 1-to-1 Performance is done with this, it's gonna look brand new. But for now, it looks like this. We're at 1-to-1 Performance right now. We got the car sitting nice and pretty, or I guess as pretty as it can get, because it's been stripped down and sanded to reveal any imperfections in the metal that will have to get corrected now before they move on to the primer stage of the paint process. We've got parts all over the place, and I don't know, I just really like seeing the car looking like this because it just shows that the metal in the frame itself is in great condition. There has been some rust repair done. We'll get to that in a bit. I want to show you guys this RX-7 that's here. It's rocking the same wheels that we're going to be using on our cars, the TE37s. I gave a teaser of it at the end of the last episode if you guys watched that. I've always loved these things, but ever since I tried to fit in one, I kind of gave up on those dreams. If you guys remember the small rust bubble at the top, it was just showing its face like a small iceberg, but it turns out the entire bottom portion of the windshield needed rust repair. So all of that rust was cut out and welded with brand new metal. After it's sealed and painted, it shouldn't be an issue for the future. I'm so glad they caught that because it's like one of those things you can't see from the outside until you start sanding things away and digging into the metal itself. Everything else on the side looks good. The quarter panel in the rear is great. The wheel wells are super clean on this car. It is a California car, so rust isn't as common, but they still do rust as a nearly 40-year-old Japanese car. There was a small rust piece right here in the back. I think it was around here, but they fixed that. They found it. It's just things that they find when they sand it down to the metal. Everything shows its face when you do that. I mentioned earlier that I really like this rear 3/4 view, especially when it's stripped down like this. It's kind of like a blank canvas that you can imagine with paint already and the new trim pieces and the new taillights. It's super satisfying seeing everything get cleaned and made new again. They also prepped the roll cage for paint, and I think I have a nice color idea for this one that'll show up as an accent color for the rest of the build. We're getting the original hood painted alongside the carbon fiber hood that's going to be on the car. We also had the TRD wing matched to the car. It did need some trimming and adjustments here and there to make sure that it fit the hatch properly and flush. You know, it's just a lot of work all around making sure that everything is fitting properly and looking new. And that's all I got for you guys. I know this is a shorter video than usual, but JP and his crew are busy getting the car prepped for paint, and there's still a lot of work yet to be done. I haven't even mentioned the engine coming out and all the other stuff involved, but hopefully we'll cover that soon when the car is fully painted and ready to go. This is a pretty lengthy and expensive process, so I've told them to take their time to get things right. We haven't really cut any corners with this build, and there have been no expenses spared, so I want to make sure this thing looks absolutely flawless when they're done with it. And you know, 1-to-1 Performance has a sweet portfolio of cars and SEMA builds that they've worked on, including a buddy of mine's multiple SEMA builds, so they know what they're doing, and I trust that the 86 is going to look absolutely amazing when they're done working on it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new here, make sure to check out the Project 86 build series. I have a ton of videos on my AE86. It'll get you up to speed on all the work that we've done to this car, which at this point is a lot of work. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.